Good morning, everyone. It's still a bit fresh here in our yurts, but the fire is burning and I'm sure it will get warmer very soon. As you may know, I have been working with Anna and channeling her for quite a while now. And she has been a personal guide, a teacher, an initiator. She has taught me many things about how to work with the energies of my body and with my womb, with my cells, and with the DNA. So the DNA sessions that I do, I have learned from her. And she guides me while I do them. And I have openly, publicly channeled her quite a few times as well. But last time I channeled her was different than the times before. And I felt like I wanted to get into that for a little bit. Because normally when I channel her, it's like she's sitting next to me and we're having a conversation and I'm just translating her words with my own voice or with my own words. That has felt safer. And I've come to know her as very witty and charming and just very funny to connect with. She is disciplined and she really asks for discipline when I work with her. But she does this in a way that it's playful and that she makes me smile while I do it. So also when I channel her, the information she gives, it's just one big flow of wit and joy. However, last time I channeled her was the first time I translated her actual words, or I did not translate her actual words. It was the first time that I used her actual words and just spoke them as she told them to me. She doesn't do full body, I don't do full body channeling when I connect with her. She doesn't take place in my body. My body is still my own. What happens is that our fields merge like this, so that I can speak her energy. But this also means that I'm still very much me and I can hear my own thoughts and I have my own limitations and I have my own insecurities about, am I saying this right? Or is this really what she's wanting to say? Am I hearing this right? Okay, let's do this. So there is a little bit of slowing down in the way the messages are being transmitted to you. And I sat with this for a while. I thought it was very funny because normally she's so quick and witty, and this time it was very slow and almost static. But that was all me. That was my limitations, slowing down the process of her words coming through. And this is something that I'll need to work on, for I plan to speak her words straight and directly more often and to stop translating for her. So this is my intention for the time to come, to really allow myself to let go of my insecurities and just be the channel for her words in the way that she wants to transmit them. And of course she is here right now, so I'm going to see if we can do this right this very moment. Good practice. Thank you, Anna. Yes, I am back. And I feel grateful for this opportunity to speak to you once more. In this time of change, in this time of transformation, transmutation, in this time of heart opening and deep, deep, deep awakening. It is a time of joy. Even though most won't experience this as joy straight away, they experience this as very harsh or difficult. They will experience a lot of tension in their goings on. But all I can see is just joy of energy bodies being freed up and these mirror shards coming free and releasing what is your innate light and your essence and radiating it out to the world. How can this not be a time of joy? Let us take a deep breath. And just do one more for good measure. And do one more with a big smile on your face, knowing that as we speak, you are being liberated by yourself. Your essence, if you choose to live your essence, is actively pushing out all these pieces of you that are no longer congruent with who you are meant to be, with the embodiment, your highest expression of your DNA. And in doing so, your own DNA is being liberated as well. If you meet all these pieces, all these tensions, all these frictions with grace and with compassion and with humor, then what happens in your DNA is that the pieces that were petrified are slowly coming to life again. So what we do now is not push away or ignore the traumas that are here in the collective, in the morphogenetic fields. They are present for all of us and they are inside of you. All these themes are inside of you. You do not ignore them. This is not spiritual bypassing. You simply choose to not let them lead your lives anymore. It's a choice. It's a choice to say, I will remain grounded and I will remain centered in the peace of my inner being, and I will give expression to who I am because that is my birthright and that is what I'm here to do. And then those pieces of DNA, they just start exploding with light, and it's almost like these petrified pieces are blowing off to the edges. This can hurt at times, as this will be felt in your nervous system, which will have to recalibrate every single time this happens. So lots of grounding, lots of water, lots of sunlight, lots of deep breaths. Really work with the elements here. They are your medicine and they are here to support you in this process of opening your DNA. But then your DNA starts expressing something else than the trauma passed on by your ancestors. It starts expressing all the gifts that your ancestors were not able to live up to. All the gifts that are here in your DNA. And there's so many codes that could be expressed, so many codes that could be lived. And all of you hold this beautiful mixture and pieces of the puzzle. And it's all just coming out in different forms of expression. All unique and all powerful and all necessary, because together you are pieces of the puzzle, and as a whole then you can ascend and create heaven on earth. So again, when I say ascend, it's really opening up the energy and actually bringing it down. So let's maybe call it descension from now on, because you bring these extra dimensions into your body and make them a lived reality. But it starts with a choice. It starts with devotion and dedication to that choice. And it starts with a certain amount of discipline. Every time you find yourself falling back in old patterns, you can tell yourself, no, this is not who I am. And you ask the angels of the earth and the angels of the air and the angels of the water and the angel of the sun to come in and help you liberate your body so it can be a pure vessel for life, the highest expression of life, as is you. So let's breathe in this reality. And let us rejoice, for it is true, and it is here, And it is already happening. It is not something in a distant future. It is already here. I can see the petrified places in your DNA already shedding little bits, opening, rippling, bursting as you listen to these words. It is happening right now because you choose for it to happen. So once again, I thank you. I thank you. And I thank you. Let's bring miracles back to daily life.